Welcome to Trader Years, the Trader's Edge. I am Jim Murio. That's Bob Iacchino. And I just telling Bobby I was in bed for like 2.5 days with some sort of weird stomach flu. But guess what? One of the things that made me feel better today, Bobby?
Cold plunge.
Cold plunge. I only did it for 1 minute because I thought if your body's stressed, it might not be the greatest idea. So I had to wait for my wife to leave because she would have screamed at me if she saw it. But I did.
You know what else would make you feel better is maybe a couple of burgers without the bun from some burger joint. Maybe there's one near your house.
Well, you better believe I'm going in there now that I'm finally feeling human again. I'm going to start back on the red meat. But how are you? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. I had food poisoning this weekend too, and I had a ribeye yesterday, and today's the first day I feel 100%. Because I need the ribeye to go through me.
Right. I forgot to say we are the co-hosts because we're so professional and run a tight ship. We are the co-hosts of Trader Years, the Trader's Edge, which airs at 3 p.m. live Central Time every Wednesday. Please join us there. Today's rundown, we're going to talk about energy. So you guys, some of you may know, some of you may not. There was election in this country. Again, it cracks me up every time I say it. I don't care.
Really does. It makes me laugh.
There was an election approximately 2-3 weeks ago. The winner has a drastically different energy policy than the incumbent, who wasn't an incumbent, but you get what I mean. Bobby, what are the implications?
Well, first of all, it's going to take a little bit of time for any implications to actually resonate through the market. But we all know that President-elect Trump is drill, baby, drill. He's going to remove any excess regulation he sees. He could get started on the Keystone Pipeline again. I mean, a lot of that infrastructure is still there. The project was halted, but it wasn't dismantled. That would have been a good shovel-ready project for that administration, but they didn't do it. So you have a situation now where you've got a lot of the infrastructure for this particular pipeline in place, and you've already got Justin Trudeau talking directly to President-elect Trump because President-elect Trump threatened 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. So he's already talking about working with him to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm guessing one of the key points of that is going to be restarting any pipeline and potentially even putting more in place before he no longer has the power to do it, which could be as soon as midterms. We don't know. But to see it affect crude oil prices, there's got to be a little bit of a lead time for that. Not much, 6 months, maybe 12 months. I'm not talking about 4 years, but there's going to be a lead time before that attitude and the potential excess production starts to hit the markets.
So the fracking wells can be brought up quicker than the other wells,
additional wells, right?
And for that, they're not called wells, right? Just fracking sites, whatever they're called. Yeah.
Yeah, the horizontal drilling. So the horizontal drilling, while they can be brought up quicker, they had to have been started. And that's the problem. During this particular production boom we've had, there were a bunch of rig starts that got kicked into place because they were applicable to old leases and old approvals. Now there's not as many. There's more dry holes than there are rigs, or I should say horizontal wells ready to be tapped. So we're going to see a drop off in production at some point. One thing I think that the rundown puts very, very well is that if you want to play this early, you're going to want to be getting involved in suppliers, drilling suppliers, downstream companies, rather than buying crude oil futures, because you might actually be in a better position to short crude oil futures in the medium term as we wait for this production to come online.
So do you think in 2 years, we will start to see the benefits of an energy movement?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's inside of 2 years, I would say, to tweak that a tiny bit. Number one, you're going to see demand ramp up a little bit more quickly because deregulation hits, as you know, hits the general economy. He's not just deregulating in energy. He's going to deregulate in banking and manufacturing. There's going to be reshoring that's going on. That's another slow process. And just as a side note, well, actually, I'll talk about this in the live show since we're just talking about energy here. But in the rundown, again, one of the particular ETFs that they put in the rundown, the Trader put in the rundown, which I thought was really, really bright, is OIH, which is the VanEck Oil Services ETF. And in that particular chart, I have about a 9.23% rally priced in from where it's closing today, which is Wednesday. Or just look at it as Thanksgiving week. From where it's closing Thanksgiving week, there's easily 9% in it, talking about a target of about 330. So I think that's a really, really smart investment because The drill baby drill stuff and the services part of the energy economy is going to be near immediate.
God, it's 3 o'clock right on the nose right now. Had you told me that information, because I think it's brilliant, 20 minutes ago, I'd be in the trade. Now markets are closed for Thanksgiving, and we are closing out Tradiers Rundown for today. Please join us at Tradiers, The Trader's Edge, live 3 p.m. Wednesdays, Central Time. Thank you, guys. It's nothing without you. We appreciate your support.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.